this video, we're going to be building an onboarding AI automation for coaches that is actually going to be doing those tedious tasks like creating client's profile, following up, or notifying your team when a new client is getting added to your system. By the end of this video, you're going to have all of this workflow up and running, all the instructions you need, and basically all of the prompts that I'll be using in the video and the link down below. My name is Anna. I'm building qualitative AI automations for sales coaching businesses. So let's not waste any more time here and get straight into it. All right, we start from adding our first trigger that is actually going to be a form trigger. So we can send this link to our client and he can fill out this form and we can have all this information. So let's give the form title as "Tell us about yourself." And form description, please fill in this information. And let's get following fields as name. Let's add some placeholder as Tim and make it a required field. Last name, some Tim Cook, then an email, company industry. Let's add the finance. And let's make a field of what are you expecting to achieve with our coaching programs in the next few months. And let's add a not required field as if there anything else we should know. All right, so our fields are ready, and let's actually execute this form so we can have all of this dummy information filled out for us. Let's do some Bob Deere. And I'll actually add my own email so we can have it sent into my own email. AI. And let's just not say anything here. All right, our form is submitted and we have in pretty table everything, all the information from the table here. So now let's add our first AI agent. It's actually going to be generating those following up email for our client once he gets this form filled out. So let's define it below and I'll be back in a second with the prompt for you. All right, so here's our prompt and let's just drag and drop here. Name, I want to have a last name field here. Last name, email, company industry, what are you expecting to achieve, and additional info. And let's add our email one more time so AI could actually parse it for us in the right way. I think let's first add the brain for our agent. I'll add OpenAI GPT-4.1 mini. That's actually fast and cheap, so why not? And let's add one more tool that is going to be parsing our email that AI is going to be generating for us into a subject, body, and the email itself. So we can then stock this information into our Gmail module next. You'll see output parser and structured output parser here. I'll be back with the fields in a minute. All right, so here's our fields. As I said, subject, body, and email. All right, let's now execute this step, and while it's executing, I'll add one more module that is going to be a weight module. So we're adding this module because it's going to be slightly not natural if our following up person that is actually like writing those emails is going to be writing like a 3-string email like in 10 seconds, right? it's going to be like strange. So let's create some 30-second, I think, waiting gap for us. So when the email is going to be generated here, it waits 30 seconds and then it gets straight into our client's inbox. So now we have our email actually generated here. Welcome to ABC Corp. We're excited to have you with us and look forward to supporting our EIS team efforts. That's great. Let's add email module, send a message. And the first thing you actually need to do is connect your OAuth account. And if you don't have it connected, it can be sometimes a little bit tricky to do. So just Google it, and it's not that hard actually. So once you have it connected, let's input our email just right here, subject here, and our actual message is going to be here. And also, before we send it off, I want to add some little indentation here in an HTML format, so we can have a gap between our actual email that AI generated for us and my next message that I'm going to add to this email. Because when the system is sending these emails, if you're going to write something here and you're going to add a gap like this and write something here like hi, it's actually going to be sent without this gap. So to add this gap, we need to add some small HTML indentation. Just give me a second, I'll be back with it. Here's it. And here we're also going to add a link to Calendly. So our client can actually like book a meeting, especially like when he gets this email to his inbox. So let's add the link here, copy link, and now it should get to my inbox. That is our mail. Here's it. We have this little gap and we have our actual email generated by AI just right here. And we can go by this link and it's going to open Calendly for us. All right, so we're actually done with our first part of this automation. So now let's create a second part, a second agent that is going to be generating a client's profile for us. So let's pick AI agent, and I'll also define the prompt below by myself. All right, here's our prompt. Now let's drag and drop this earlier. Name and email one more time. And actually we have a little useful note here. If not any additional info provided, don't mention it in the summary. So we just don't mess up with this nope that I inserted into our form. All right, let's also add a parser here as earlier. And let me insert the necessary fields here. So our fields is pretty same here. Just now name, email, and instead of subject or body, it's actually summary. All right, and let's add a brain. All right, so now as we have this agent created, let's actually create a Google Sheet that our summary is going to be stored into. All right, append a row in a sheet, and let's choose a document. I have this one, new coaching clients, and sheet one. Here's how it actually looks. It's just nothing really complicated here, just a column with name, email, and summary that AI is going to be filling in right now for us. All right, let's drag and drop again. Email. Now let's execute all of these previous steps so we can see how it's added there. All right, here's how it looks. Bob with my email and a little itty bitty summary here. Bob is in the AI industry and is looking to tailor sales process within his team. Why not? All right, and we're actually mostly done with our automation now, but let's add one more module here that is going to be a Slack module. So we're going to add Slack module here. Let's pick send a message to actually send a message to our team in some channel that you have that, hey guys, new client has been added to our system, check it out, or contact him, whatever. So let's send a message to a channel, and I have already a team messages channel here. Let's write some easy message like, hey guys, hey team. The new client has been added. Check it out. And to just not flood all of those information because the summaries may be big here, I'll just share our Google Sheets link here. Done. And now it should get sent to our Slack. I think it's all right. Yeah, here it is. Hey team, the new client has been added, check it out. And then we proceed to this Google Sheet and we have all of it here. All right, guys, so our onboarding AI automation is actually finished. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. More complicated AI automations are going to be soon, more agents, more workflows, and more value as well. Thank you again, and see you in the next videos. Bye, guys.